Welcome to Diverse Long Island, a show that focuses on issues of importance in diverse communities across the island. Today we begin with a discussion on the new effort to eliminate street violence in Hempstead. Diverse Long Island has reported extensively on ShotSpotter. Now that system has been deployed in high crime areas in Nassau and Suffolk. It will be coming to the village of Hempstead. Joining me now is Hempstead Village Mayor Wayne Hall. Thank you so much, Mayor Hall, for coming in today.
Thank you.
Now, we've all heard about ShotSpotter, but once again, give us background on how this works. It pinpoints the location of gunfire?
Yes, it does, and it'll tell the police right away where the shot's coming from, and they'll have it computers in their cars that will take them right to the spot where the gunshots are being fired. But you know, I didn't think that was enough to just have that, so I'm enhancing this whole system with cameras. So as soon as the shot goes off, the ShotSpotter locates it, and the cameras zoom right in on the people that are doing the shooting. And that way, you know, we can't get the folks to tell us who's doing the shooting, but the camera will tell us who's doing it.
Because once you get there, it's likely that the people who have fired the shots are going to be gone, but this is how the camera aids as well, right?
Absolutely. So we'll have the picture of him shooting, and we'll know who did it.
Okay. Now, this is not the first area, Hempstead Village, to have the ShotSpotter installed. It's also being used in Nassau, where they have credited it with reducing crime rate there. And I would only imagine that you're hoping for similar results.
Absolutely. I guess Hempstead is one of the places that has the highest shots being fired, you know, on Long Island, and we just want to reduce that. Before, we couldn't afford to buy it because it was over $1 million, but now that we're leasing it, I thought this was a better deal for the village, because each year we can get the update, you know, free, and it's only costing $160,000 a year for the first year, and $120,000 every year after. Plus we get free updates and so forth. So
even in a time when people are complaining about budgets and the lack of money, you feel like this is a worthwhile investment for the community? Well,
absolutely. I mean, it's a quality of life issue. The residents will feel safer. And we used to have the president of the Civic Association come to our board meeting and always ask about ShotSpotter. So we have it coming there in about 60 days.
Now, we talked about adding the cameras because there is such a culture of people not wanting to snitch and talk to the police about what they've seen. And you also have something else that you're going to implement called the 311 system.
Absolutely, yeah. The 311 is going to be a system that, you know, it's going to, you know, people complain about other things, but we're also going to have a spot where they can call anonymously, leave their name, not leave their name, but leave the name of the people that are committing crimes or people carrying guns, and they don't have to leave their names. And right now, they're afraid to call the police. And because they know that the police, or they think that the police will give the person their name, and then they'll have a problem with that. So with this 311, which should be up by the end of September, it's going to enhance the ShotSpotter and the cameras, and this is going to be our way of fighting crime in the village.
What kind of feedback are you getting from people in the community who have heard about ShotSpotter? Do they think it has a negative connotation because you're going to have this crime-fighting tool that tells you where gunfire originates?
Well, the people that live in those areas that are impacted by the gunshots, they're happy that we're doing something, and they, you know, they just want the police to have another tool to fight the crime, and I think this will help immensely.
Now, something else we want to touch on, you're embarking on this major redevelopment renaissance plan, you know, which is another thing you've talked about in conjunction with ShotSpotter, and I know we have some pictures of that, so tell me about that.
Well, just the other day, the board voted 4-1 to pass the zoning, and that was really the last step in the redevelopment. The project is a $2 billion project, and this is something that's going to create jobs in the village of Hempstead. As you know, as you see in the news, that in the minority community, there's a high rate of unemployment, and we're looking at 10,000 temporary jobs. We're looking at 3,000 permanent jobs. And the good thing about it, we have a community benefit agreement that we'll give the developers, telling them that you have to hire our residents first. And so before, the contractors will come in and they'll say, okay, we'll give you jobs, but they only get those jobs that were part-time and they didn't have benefits. But we're telling them, no, we don't want to hear that. If our people are qualified for the good jobs, the manager jobs, we want them to be hired. And also, we have a lot of people that been in trouble with the police, and you know, they can't get jobs. So that's another requirement. And right now in Hempstead, we're doing that. We're getting the contractors who are building now to hire these guys that were hard to find jobs, and that's working well.
So this is very simple. You know, you want ShotSpotter. It's going to make the community safer, and it will also aid you as you embark on this Renaissance plan, which will keep jobs and money in the community.
Right, and it's hiring the people that were in trouble and keeping them out of trouble by making them productive residents.
All right. Thank you, Mayor Hall, for coming in today and talking with us more about this. Good luck with everything you have going on in the village.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mayor Hall, once again, thank you for coming in. We'll be right back with more Diverse Long Island.